Hey everyone. So, as promised, today I am getting on here to talk about gut health. Okay, it's not like a super glamorous topic, but I do think it's something that's really valuable for people to know a little bit more about and like how big of an effect your gut health has on your overall health, your weight, your hormonal balance, all of those different things. Okay, so I've worked with like hundreds of women all over the world, in a very common issue with many of them. I would say probably at least 80% is some type of issues with gut health. Okay. So when you have any type of problems or imbalances, well, let's say in your gut, what can happen is you can start seeing symptoms of this through things like hormonal imbalances. Bloating is probably one of the biggest ones that I see. So, it's like you wake up in the morning and you're feeling all good and your tummy's all flat. And then, like, by, the afternoon, it's like you feel like you're pregnant. Okay. Which is not a fun or comfortable feeling. So, anyways, that's another thing. Other things, fatigue, brain fog is huge. Like, a lot of times we think, oh, like, I'm so forgetful or things like that. It's just because I'm getting older and stuff. But a lot of times the brain fog can actually be stemming from poor gut health. So, depression's a huge one. Anxiety, those things that a lot of times women are prescribed antidepressants or anxiety medication for. Really, the root cause of it could just be poor gut health. And if they fix that, there would be no need for unnecessary medication. So, it is so important to put your gut health as a priority. Okay, we take so much time, like making sure that we like look good here on the outside, but like, are we making sure like we're looking good, on the inside? That is totally, more important, because if you don't have your good health in here, eventually that's going to reflect on the outside of you also. So there's a couple things that can be going on with gut health. Okay. And it usually comes down to either maybe leaky gut. And leaky gut is when your intestinal lining has become permeable. Now, our intestines, you guys, are like huge. Like, it's lining after lining after lining. In fact, they say like if you laid out your intestines flat, if you could do that, it would take up like 2 tennis courts worth of area. Okay. So that's a lot of area. Okay. So for them to become permeable, which can happen because of things like environmental toxins, taking too much like antibiotics, medications, a lot of ibuprofen, different things like that. Poor diet, different things like that can make your gut more permeable. When it becomes more permeable, what happens is as you're eating, food is actually going through the intestinal lining, which it is not supposed to. Our intestinal lining is supposed to allow certain nutrients to go through because we need those nutrients for our cells, but other things are not meant to go into our blood. And when that happens, we will start to form some type of like food sensitivities. Okay, we'll start to bloat, we'll start to get inflammation in our body, and that is our body's way of trying to protect itself from this like foreign objects that's not supposed to be where it's going. So that's kind of what happens with leaky gut. So if you're starting to, have a lot of food sensitivities and noticing that you're reacting to a lot of foods, leaky gut could be a reason why. Another thing can be an imbalance in your gut microbiome. Okay, meaning, so we have all these like living things in our gut, these living organisms, and we need them there because they actually have like a purpose. We have some good and some not so good, but the not so good ones are okay. They actually have their purpose. But if they start to like overpower the good, then they kind of take over and you will start to have a lot of issues. Again, these issues can be with bloating, brain fog, fatigue. Hormonal imbalances is huge because your gut is responsible for one, breaking down excess hormones that your body doesn't need and getting rid of them. If your body does not do that properly, you can start to develop things like estrogen dominance, which can lead to a whole host of other issues with your body. It can also lead to thyroid issues. So you can see like how important it is that like we keep this like gut health in balance. And if we do have some type of leaky gut, like we heal it and we seal it up so that we don't continue to cause major inflammation in our body. Because what inflammation leads to is disease. So things like autoimmune diseases or even cancer stem from a chronic inflammation in the body. So we don't want that to happen around here. So definitely, if you have any type of gut issues, you want to get them taken care of. Your gut is also one of the main things. It's responsible for like 70% of your immune system. So if you are constantly getting sick, there is probably some type of imbalance going on in your gut. And by fixing that, you could improve your immune system. So working on gut health is one of the primary things that I do with the women that I work with because, like I said, hormonal imbalances stem from that. Weight gain can stem from that. So many other, inflammation issues, joint pain, all those things can stem from this poor gut health. So like I talked about in last week's video, you got to get to the root cause. What's your root cause? And if you don't fix the root cause, it's really hard to fix any other problems. There can also be a little bit more serious things going on with your gut, like not life-threatening, but things like candida or SIBO, parasites, all of those type of things can be also things that are affecting your gut health. And those things can be leading to like cravings. So like if you are constantly craving sugar, carbohydrates, things like that, that could be a sign that you have something going on, some type of overgrowth in the gut. So you want to take care of these things. So there's several different ways that you can take care of your gut health. I go through a whole protocol with my clients, which involves removing foods that are causing damage to their gut lining, taking supplements to help improve their gut lining, things like L-glutamine, aloe, different things like that can help. You need to basically heal that gut lining up if you're suffering from any type of leaky gut. Or if you just have an imbalance in your microbiome, you need to get that back into balance with, different things like probiotics, prebiotics, and different supplements like that. If it's candida or SIBO, then you actually even really need to, work a little bit more deeper into fixing those things. So again, a lot of these symptoms that you might be having could be related to gut health, okay? So when you are working with someone or you're doing some type of program that you are trying to lose weight or you're trying to get your hormones in balance, if you're missing that big piece of the puzzle, you may not get the results that you want. So you want to make sure that, this is part of your plan. And again, I, am out here to help anyone who is looking for, help in improving their health, improving their hormone balance, losing that weight that they're just, cannot lose. I've gone through the whole gut health issue myself. Everything that I teach you is exactly what I did to heal my own gut, to get rid of my own bloating and food sensitivities and all that. So, it worked for me. It's worked for hundreds of my clients. So I know that, it could work for you too. So hopefully this answers some of your questions about gut health, why it's important, what to do about it. And I will catch you guys later.